Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about one bag travel essentials, toiletries and makeup edition. I've done 2 videos of these previously, mainly focusing on clothes. One was the summer edition and one was the winter edition, so make sure you check those out. I'll leave them linked below, but otherwise let's jump into the video. So when you're traveling with one bag, obviously it means that you've got limited space and you're most likely going to be traveling carry-on only, which means that you have a limited number of liquids. So all of these products that I'm going to recommend to you are my essentials that I 100% travel with all the time, and I definitely would recommend that you pick up some of them too. I'll try and leave everything linked below from what I can, and you know, leave some suggestions for anything that I can't. So let's start off with hair care. Obviously first thing you do with your hair care is you're going to shower. So these are my favorite shampoo and conditioner bars from Atique. They are a New Zealand company, super ethical, sustainable, all of that good stuff, vegan. These like boxes compost. They're amazing, but in terms of actual use, they are the best shampoo and conditioner bars I've ever used. I've been using them for like going on 5 years now, and just get them. They are a little bit more pricey, but the shampoo bars last around 2.5–3 months, and the conditioner bars last for about 5.5 to 6 months, depending on obviously how often you wash your hair. If you're washing your hair every single day, they're obviously going to be used up much faster than someone who washes their hair once or twice a week. But you get the drift. The next mineral travel essential that I love for my hair is this Moroccan oil treatment. I just get this like tiny mini little bottle, and it literally lasts me so long. I use just less than a pea size, and I like rub it on my hands together like this, and then I just like comb it through my ends, and it just kind of helps my ends feel like a little bit shinier, like a little bit more smooth, less rough. And it just provides that little bit of extra moisture. And lastly, for hair care, I love a tangle teaser as much as the next person, but they are relatively bulky. So a comb brush combo like this is ideal. I got this in Hong Kong, but I've got one linked on my Amazon storefront, so make sure you check out my Amazon storefront as well. There's tons of other essentials on there that I love. Another thing for hair care that I don't actually have with me today, but I will insert a little photo on the screen, is powdered dry shampoo. I've also seen recipes on TikTok where you can make your own powdered dry shampoo. I haven't tried it. I'd look them up and check them out for yourself. But 3 brands that I know that do them is Bumble and Bumble. They have the Prep powder. Frank Body has this dry clean volume spray. Not spray, volume powder, and Lush also do their own powdered dry shampoo, and then yeah, like I said, you can try making your own as well, but a powdered dry shampoo is not going to count as liquids, so it is the perfect thing to take when you're traveling with one bag. Now let's move on to toiletries slash just body, I guess. Number one thing is a solid deodorant. This is from Mitchum. You can get Rexona, you can get Dove, whatever brand. I think Rexona in the UK is called Sure. S-U-R-E, but basically get whatever brand you prefer, but just the one that's like, what? It's like this. I don't even really know if you can tell, but you can get the natural ones as well. In the UK you've got Wild, and in the US you've got Native. Those are 2 great brands. Unfortunately I tried Wild and it just didn't work for me, and I was really sad because I really wanted it to work for me, and obviously they're refillable as well, so it's perfect to take while you're traveling, but sadly it didn't work. So a solid stick type deodorant, and I'm not talking about the roll-on like that's like got the ball and it's like wet. That is not a solid. Okay, I'm not talking about that. People often get confused and think I'm talking about that. Next up along the similar vein is sunscreen. So this is a SPF 51 from Boots in the UK. These are my favorite ones that I can get here. It's just again a stick that you just wind up and it comes out, and I will try and leave some links down below because I know in the US slash I used to see them in New Zealand and Australia is the Neutrogena ones. They do some great ones. If you want to get a slightly more expensive mineral one, I know Sunbum do some great ones as well. I'll leave some links down below, but a solid sunscreen stick is going to save you so much room in your liquids bag, and you can bring multiple of them because again they're a solid, no liquid. And the easiest way for me to personally tell if something's like a solid versus a liquid is if it says grams or mils on the packaging. So this, I don't know if that's focusing enough, but it says 25 grams. And same with this Vaseline Lip Therapy, 20 grams on the back there. Same with this conditioner bar here, says 60 grams. So for me, as long as it says grams, grams is a measurement of mass, and mass is solid versus liquid, which is capacity or volume. Capacity is the meters squared, I think. Anyways, enough about science. So that brings me to the next thing, which is again kind of these types of lip balms. If you're a lip balm fiend like I am, I've been through loads of different airport securities and they never count this as a liquid or a gel or a paste, and sometimes I even forget that it's in my bag and they're like, oh, and occasionally like I've been flagged down and they're not really sure what it is in my bag, but then I show them this and they're like, oh, that's fine. And I don't know if it was that actually or not. But alright, moving on to toothbrushes. This is similar to the comb from the hair care section, but a folding toothbrush is ideal, especially one that kind of closes into itself. This is obviously not even that hygienic because the back is exposed, but you can get ones that like fold all the way in. I've seen them and I will link them below. This is going to take up much less room than an electric toothbrush or even just a normal regular long toothbrush. Now for cleansing your skin, there are two kind of types of products that I recommend, and that won't count as your liquids. So the first is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleansing Bar, or any other type of cleansing bar. A bunch of different brands do them. I will leave like an image here. I just don't have one today, but definitely like for face cleansing you can also just use it for your body as well. Otherwise you can also get something like this. This is the Body Shop Chamomile Cleansing Butter, and this one is a bit confusing. It does say mils and then it says ounces and then it also says grams. I haven't actually personally used this yet because I just never ended up using it on my trip because I don't know, I just didn't. But I've heard a lot of people tell me that they've gotten through lots of different security lines with this as a solid, because as you can see it's literally like it's solid. She's a solid mass. So cleansing butter that's like a solid, or a solid cleansing bar. So next up I've got some perfumes. You can get one that's like this, which is like a little spray, or roll-on. This one's a spray. Sometimes they do roll-on ones. And or this little mini that I've also got here. So this one is definitely, this was just from Mango, and this is like from, this is a Valentino perfume. You might say, oh, that's not enough perfume for me, even if, especially if you're going on a long-term trip. But the thing is, you do not need to spray perfume. Like I see sometimes people spraying perfume. Imagine I'm spraying this. They're like, you do not need to spray that much perfume. You are not showering in your perfume. For me, I literally can't spray it that much because my allergies just go absolutely nuts. So I literally just spray, or with this one you just kind of like dab behind each ear and on each wrist. That is it. And I feel like that way you kind of like smell nice, but you don't, you know, when you walk into a place or you sit down next to someone and you can just, all you feel like you're doing is inhaling their perfume. You do not want to be that person, okay? Just be subtle but purposeful. Also, when you invest in more expensive perfumes, they are usually more potent, which means they are more likely to last longer on your skin rather than just getting a cheap one from Mango like this. I just have these kind of ones to throw in like my handbag when I'm going out and about. So that's why I have this one, but I bought like a set of 4 of these minis and they have been my go-tos when I've been traveling. Now let's do a little bit of makeup. I basically don't wear makeup anymore. I'm boycotting makeup in 2023, but I did used to wear makeup previously when I was traveling. So these are a couple of things that I would recommend you to bring to help minimize the liquids in your bag. Along a similar vein to some of the products I've already recommended, this is a solid kind of bronzer. Basically it says putty bronzer, but again it's more or less just, you know, nothing's coming out there. And yes, some people might argue this might be a gel, but I don't know, it's very solid to me. And let me find the weight measurement. It says 3.5 ounces or 10 grams. So this is in grams. Again, if it's in grams, I feel like I can say safely that it's a solid. So you can take things like this bronzer. They do a blush version as well. This is from Elf, but they do a blush version as well. You can take like the sticks, you know, like the contour sticks, the foundation sticks, the concealer sticks. All those things are much more likely to count as solids rather than liquids If you're a big makeup girly, definitely try switching a couple of your liquid products to more solid products. The next thing is this bad boy. I've had this for years. Oh my god, she's so dirty. This is from Makeup Geek. Sadly, I think Makeup Geek shut down. If they've not, I'll try to link them down below. It is basically this palette where you DIY. And also the mirror in here is Elite. You can see my lovely little camera. But it's just like quite big for a small compact. And it's perfect because you can like sit it somewhere and do your makeup or whatever you want like this. Now in here I've got some eyeshadows. They are a mix of Makeup Geek and Colourpop, and the bronzer is from Colourpop. So I just found this great because then I could have my bronzer and eyeshadows all in one. They now do ones that are like square, so they fit better, I think. I got this literally so long ago, but it has been my ride or die go-to throw in the makeup toiletry bag because it's pretty compact, like it's relatively small, but I feel like you can get so much use out of it. You can also get some kind of like pre-made like palettes that already have like bronzer, blush, highlight as well as eyeshadows. I know Charlotte Tilbury does one. I'll see if I can find some more affordable ones as well, and again link them below. And now that you've got all your makeup on, you're going to want to take it off. So this is the face halo, and I know there's another brand called Makeup Eraser, but basically these are just Elite. I prefer face halo because it's smaller than the original Makeup Eraser. I think Makeup Eraser does do now these like little round ones, but these are just Elite to remove your makeup because all you have to use is water, and it takes off even waterproof makeup. So just get yourself one of these. They are a bit annoying because you have to obviously dry them, but if you just clip them up by this little tag here, they'll dry pretty quick. The very last thing that I forgot to mention in the skincare portion was things like this. So these are just from Primark in the UK, but they are brightening and depuffing eye patches with vitamin C, peptides and licorice. But basically they're just these like, there's these little patches that you put under your eyes like that, and again they don't count as liquids, but it's a nice way to add in some skincare that's not just like your regular cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen vibes, that gives you a little bit of a boost, maybe makes your skin look a little bit better, but without having to carry so many liquids. I also love a sheet mask, like a full face sheet mask. I know these are not very good for the environment, I know, but travel on planes is also not great for the environment. So pick your evil. Eating meat, just a lot of different things. Pick your poison, but for me, I love traveling with these because they just help you have nice skin without having to carry 50 different skincare products, you know? Alright, so that is it for this video. I hope I've given you some really useful recommendations. As I mentioned a bunch of times, I will try and leave everything below, so check out the description box, check out my Amazon storefront, check out my TikTok if you want to see more content that's on the daily. And if you did find this video useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe down below. I would love to have you here as part of my channel. And as always, travel smarter, not harder, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!